Yeah, so now, if you don't mind, to the viewers, can you explain your background a little bit and when you got interested in playing football and who was your biggest influencer?
Yeah. I started playing football my sophomore year of high school. The reason I got into it was I was watching the Atlanta Falcons game, and I seen Michael Vick, and once I seen him, he had took off one play, and I just like from that moment on, I just felt like I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be him. So that's what sparked me getting into football. But played my sophomore year, junior year, grew each year, and then senior year, I took a big step and had a couple Division I schools come recruit me. But at the time, I had no interest in playing Division I. That wasn't my goal. So I had no intentions on understanding the NCAA clearinghouse thing and all that stuff. So the schools came recruiting me. It was Buffalo, Syracuse, Maryland. When they recruited me, they said with my grades I wouldn't be able to accept a Division I scholarship. And the only chance I would have playing Division I ball is taking the junior college route. So, after my senior year, I couldn't go to Division I, so I ended up going to Lackawanna Community College up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Went there for 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year. Freshman year I came in, sat behind the Virginia Tech transfer, Andrew Ford. Learned quite a few things behind him. And then, sophomore year, I won the starting spot. That's when I really made the biggest jump, in my football career, understanding the game of football. And, my stats and numbers actually prove that. So I ended up finishing third in junior college football as a quarterback. And had quite a few offers. Ended up narrowing it down to UConn and Temple. And I ended up visiting Temple. And then I visited UConn. And then I just chose UConn over Temple because of various reasons. So I ended up going to UConn. Came in, won a starting job as a junior. Then after the first game, Coach Edsel, he played the other quarterback because, I wasn't performing how I should have been performing. So I sat for the last 7 games, the next 7 games, then ended up winning the starting spot again. And that was another opportunity, to show what I can do until that I grew. And then I had a little bit of success there. And then going into my senior year, we ended up getting a new offensive coordinator. So, we built a relationship there. Got to, get to know each other, learn what I can do, what I can't do, and get to learn what type of offense he wanted to run, things like that. So we built a good relationship. And then he prepared me a lot for spring ball, summer ball, going into my senior season. And he just taught me a lot about the game of football and understanding it from a quarterback's perspective. So that helped me out a lot in my senior year. But offensively, senior year, we did a lot of good things. We didn't have the wins to prove it, but we did some good things offensively. We got a lot of recognition, and we got the attention of NFL scouts. So it allowed me to get in the NFL. I came out in May of last year. I initially went to the Vikings for minicamp because they ended up saying they were going to bring me in as a quarterback. But when I got up there, they ended up throwing me to running back before I could even take a snap. So that didn't really work out. Then I went down to Tampa Bay. I was playing some receiver down there. They ended up signing me. And then they ended up letting me go, releasing me. And I ended up working, just training, working, looking for another opportunity. Then I switched over to the CFL, signed with Montreal the last two games this season. Finished the season with them as a quarterback. And which brings me to where I am today. Just been working and training. I initially, before all this pandemic stuff started going on, I originally was going to go to Pro Day, throw at scouts again. And then I had a couple CFL workouts aligned with a couple teams. I was going to get an opportunity to do an XFL workout for the Dallas Renegades. But that folded, and then everything just got pushed back. So right now, CFL, they have their draft coming up this week. Talked to the coach from a couple of teams, and they said they're just seeing how they're going to do everything with everything being postponed. But they're definitely interested in me, so I end up probably signing with one of the CFL teams this year, depending on if we have a CFL season or not this year. And the ultimate goal is to get back to the NFL. So after I prove that I can, play some quarterback, then goal is to get back into the NFL. So
yeah. Oh, it's an aspiring background you have, and I think you were in this year's draft, right? If I'm not mistaken.
no, it was last year's.
Oh, last year's.
Yeah, 2019.
Okay. I'm surprised no one. I mean, obviously, yeah, Vikings, Buccaneers, but so me and my friends watched tape on you on the videotape I posted, and you remind me of Deshaun Watson.
Oh, really?
That's how good you are.
That's a first. I appreciate that, though.
No, because let me tell you what. One of my friends said that he reminds you of Deshaun Watson, the way you run, the way you pass the ball, and the way you control the pocket in the games. And I feel like that I don't know why no one is taking a chance on you, and you just have to keep working hard. But my question is, who did you? Obviously, you looked up to Michael Vick, but who did you mold your game around, and who did you? I mean, not compare yourself, but who did you mold your game around towards?
I tried to, watch a lot of Aaron Rodgers. That's my favorite quarterback in the league right now. Try to watch a lot of film on him and just, learn how he does a lot of things and try to, mimic them, but also incorporate my own game into what he does. So comparison of, Aaron Rodgers, and then when everything breaks down, I just let my instincts take over, my speed and my feet. But from the pocket, from a passing standpoint, I like to Aaron Rodgers is a dude I watch a lot and try to mimic a lot. That's my favorite quarterback in the league.
Yeah, because you definitely remind us of Deshaun Watson. That's the way you play, and hopefully you get a chance sooner than later. But so did you watch this year's draft?
Yeah, I watched it for a little bit. Biggest thing for me, I was just looking for a couple of my buddies to see where they ended up landing. But I watched the first round probably up until probably 21st pick, and then I was just keeping up on the draft track to see where a couple of my teammates went. But,
so what did you think of the virtual draft?
It wasn't bad. I think it was a good idea. The way they set it up, it gave all players still an opportunity, get that shine and the spotlight on them when their name was called. And then it was all put together well. I just think it was unfortunate that it had to happen this way, but also it was a good thing. It was a good experience for a lot of people. So I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. So going back to your UConn days, what was that experience like playing for UConn for your 4 years there?
I was there for 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Sorry.
It was a really good experience. I liked it. With everything I wanted for in the college. Wish we could have got more wins than losses, but overall I had fun. My during my time there, my 2 years, I had fun. Just being on the field every Saturday, looking forward to going out there and putting on a show for the fans and the diehard UConn fans up there. Just being able to go out there every Saturday and throwing that blue. It was a good experience, and then I met a lot of great people up there. I met one of my closest friends now up there, and I made a lot of really good connections up there. So I enjoyed my time up there. It was a really good experience, and hopefully I get to go back up there soon before it gets too long.
Yeah. So, what's the atmosphere there? Because especially the women's basketball team is one of the best in the nation, obviously. So, what's the atmosphere there, and what's the fans like in UConn?
Well, obviously the women's basketball, they're the only thing everybody up there talks about, and they're the celebrities up there. So, on game day for them, it's different from the football players because game day for the girls basketball, they shut the whole campus down. The dome is on campus, so everybody's going there, and they end up filling it every game day, and they win. So they have a lot of recognition, they have a lot of media attention on their game day and stuff. Whereas us, kind of the opposite. Not really a big football program. Stadium is 45 minutes off campus, and we're a rebuilding program, so definitely didn't have the fans and big crowds that the women's basketball team had, but game day, all the athletes stick together with each other, track, football, basketball. baseball, all the athletes, they stuck around each other. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
like either athlete or, regular person. So most of the athletes hung with each other. But going to the basketball games, it was a good experience also. I've never been in front of that or been around that many people from a fan standpoint. I'm always used to being on the field and stuff, but I went to like 2 games up there. I went to a boys game and a girls game, and the environment just crazy. It's just ridiculous how supportive the fan base for the basketball team is up there, boys and girls.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So now I want to ask you this question because you said that the Vikings didn't. I mean, when you went to their camp, they switched you to running back, and they just right away put you to running back, and they didn't tell you about which position.
Yeah, they ended up moving me to running back. I don't know why. We got out there in the practice field during stretching, and an offense court. I think he's the head coach for he's a head coach somewhere now. He's not with the Vikings anymore. He's coming to.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Skavinsky.
Yeah, yep. He came up to me, and he just was like, "Yeah, we want you to go with the running backs." And I don't put up a fit whatever I can do to help the team, so that's what I did. With Michael Vick, Rodgers, and Iverson, those 3, but I didn't really have an individual that I just looked up to and wanted to be like because really wasn't really into sports like that.
Yeah. So what advice would you give these young players that are in your situation or trying to be like you, to working hard and trying to be in the league? What advice would you give these young athletes that are in your position also?
Some advice. Biggest thing I would say to people in my position or trying to reach the position I'm at, you can accomplish anything. You can accomplish anything you really want. Don't let when other people say you can't do something because you can do it. I think the biggest thing, being successful or getting to where you want to get, you got to have a plan on how you're going to do things because whatever you want, but without having a plan with it, it's a dream basically. So you got to have a plan on how you accomplish it. Consistency, you got to be consistent in whatever you're going to do, and you got to be patient because it could take years, it could take months or whatever. But if that's your dream goal and that's what you want to do, you'll work regardless however long it takes. If that's what you want to do, you love it. You're going to take that course it takes to get there. So, just having a plan on what you want to do and how you're going to go about it. Being consistent in it every day, never giving up, and then last but not least, make sure it's what you want to do, and just don't give up. Don't there's going to be some times where adversity hits, and sometimes you might want to just give up or quit. But a lot of successful people, they never became successful just accomplishing everything the first time. A lot of successful people, the plan didn't work out the first time. Second time, they got a lot of no's or turn downs. But I think that made them successful is that they kept going, they kept pushing. So that's kind of in my situation as well. There's going to be downs, a lot of downs, but if that's really what you want to do, just pushing, keep finding a way, keep being consistent, and having a plan on how you're going to go about it.
What was your most memorable game in UConn?
Probably my Cincinnati game my senior year. Cincinnati game and a Rhode Island game my senior year. My junior year, we was playing Cincinnati over there, and it was a decent game going back and forth. But that last 3 minutes, it was like 14-21, and we was in 2-minute drill, driving down the field, and we drove all the way down to like the 5-yard line, and it was like 5 seconds on the clock. I dropped back, rolled out, and I threw a last second touchdown, tie it up, and we ended up unfortunately we ended up losing because we missed the field goal after the touchdown. But it was probably one of the big plays of my UConn. And then my senior year versus Rhode Island. But it was a shootout, like 56-50. I think I threw for like 4 touchdowns, ran for 2, I think. Had like 6 touchdowns, but that was just that was probably the funnest game because it was a competitive game. You know, we was going back and forth. You know, I was able to show like quarterback abilities. You know, from a pocket passing standpoint, and also from a running standpoint, I was able to show both. And we came out with a win. So that was probably my funnest game I played in.
Interesting. Would you like to say anything to all the 32 NFL teams here right now to see what they're missing on as a quarterback?
You know, biggest thing for me, I'd just say, you know, I'm a guy that you can count on. Quarterback that's going to best player he can be, compete with the best players or the best on it. You know, put the team first. Whatever I got to do to put the team in winning position. That's what type of person I am. That's what I'm willing to do. And I also feel like takes me. I'll be one of the most impactful players on the field. You know, I'm 6 foot, 205 pounds, but I also feel like one of the most impactful players on the field. So you definitely be investing in a good player, a person who's not going to let you down. And that's on and off the field, not just on the field as well, because, as a quarterback, the title of a quarterback, a lot of people think who throws the ball, but, quarterback is it's more than that, beyond that, you got to be somebody that the team looks up to, to lead the victory. You're going to be first one on the field, last one off the field, you're holding all your teammates accountable, and you basically being the of the team, basically. You got to take care of everybody. Everybody looks up to you, and you just got to always have that positive edge to you, positive start to you that everybody wants to look up to. So that's the type of person you're getting out of me as a quarterback.
Before I let you go, I have a few rapid fire questions and a few takes. So who favorite food?
Macaroni and cheese.
Lamar Jackson or Deshaun Watson?
They both my boy. I can't even pick one. They both two good players, and they're great people. So I'll pick one between those two.
Favorite sports movie?
Longest Yard.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Longest Yard is one of the classics, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Favorite? Yeah. Favorite non-sports movie?
Money Talks. Chris Tucker.
Favorite thing to do outside of football?
Listen to music.
Oh, okay. Here's my next question. Favorite hip hop artist, old school and currently?
Old school. I don't know if you consider him old school and still current, but Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And YG.
Favorite car? Yeah, so I think it was you said what car? Favorite?
His generational career at some point. So he meant a lot to everybody. He's one the best player of our time. Like for me, I would say he's probably the best player because I wasn't born when Michael Jordan played, so I never really watched him or anything like that. So for me, the best player would probably be Kobe Bryant. It's between Kobe and LeBron. But he's the greatest player to me. He's a good guy. He actually visited UConn a lot. He worked with the basketball a lot, UConn girls. It was just sad that it happened. It was unfortunate that it happened, but it also shows that life is too short to regret it, have regrets, anything like that. So you gotta live life to the full because you never know when your time is here. But humble mentality, I just like that's same thing as saying whatever you do, make sure you give it your all, or whatever you do, make sure it's what you love because Kobe Bryant, he spent hours in the gym and perfecting his craft and just being the best he could be. And he was always a person that helped his teammates accountable. And ended up watching. I think I watched this one video one time about Kobe Bryant. He was taking shots and he could the rim off by like an inch or two because that's how much he practiced. He knew his shots. He knew his mechanics. He trusted it. He believed in it so much that he knew his shot. And if he knew he missed a shot, he was off by that much, he knew it was something wrong with it because that's how much he practiced and that's how much he perfected his craft. So it just shows you what type of person he was and how great he wanted to be just by that little scenario right there. So he means a lot to everybody. You know, best basketball player, and he motivated a lot of people, and he had a lot of people looking up from me, my older brothers, my mom, and them, all of them. They all support Kobe Bryant. They knew Kobe Bryant. You know, he's a legend in our eyes. So.
And would you like to say anything to all the frontline people?
What's good? David Pindell here. Hit me up. Stay tuned.
And also, before me and my cousin and I, we started a GoFundMe page last weekend for the frontline people and then all the local food businesses for this coronavirus. The link is in my bio. If you don't mind, when you get a chance, can you check it out and donate if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, and there he is, the great David Pindell, quarterback. He's looking for an opportunity. I'm telling you, man, all 32 teams better be listening. Even I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, by the way. I'm hoping Jerry Jones better be listening here because I'm going to tell everyone here right now, me and my friends watch tape on you. He's going to be the next Deshaun Watson. I'm telling you right now.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So all 32 NFL 32 teams, keep an eye on him, and I'll be posting this interview on all of my social media formats.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day. You and your family stay safe.
All right, same to you.